Gemini, this is October 7th, and this is a reading for you guys for Gemini. This will be my fourth attempt at doing this video. I've been really having a hard time, probably because I am a Gemini. So at any rate, be easy on me. Before I do the reading, I pull the energy of the reading out with oracle cards that I use. I do it before I start recording, just because it takes a while and I want the video to be shorter for you, so not having to watch a long video. But for the archetype card that you got for your reading, you got Aletheia. And Aletheia talks about knowing truth when you hear it. It's clarity, it's a knowing, it's an understanding. When it's in its, every good thing has a dark side to it. And when the energy of Aletheia is not being clear, not being truthful, it can be somebody gaslighting you, lying, deceit, things like that. But when the card came out, I really got the feeling that there's a lot of clarity that's happening for a lot of you, for a lot of us right now. And there was even a little blurb on the page description about it, because I don't have all the archetype cards memorized, that talked about how our voice even changes when we lie, we tell a lie, and that as human beings that we're able to discern that difference in tone in other people, and it's just a matter of whether or not we choose to listen to our intuition when we hear that or not. So it might also be that a lot of you are just tapping into your intuition way more than you have been in the past, which is also being more willing to see things as they really are instead of as the way that we want them to be. So some of the messages that I got before we began, it looks like those of you who have been very in your head about whatever this situation is going to be in this reading, and been, very strategic, logical, have looked at it that way, that you've made a choice to stop doing that, and that you're going to start listening to your heart, that you're going to start listening to the emotions that you're having about the situation, and listen to your heart more than your head, because your head hasn't gotten you where you want to be, I'm guessing. So there's also messages here about a lot about ego and a lot about reflection. Some of you may be looking at the people that you surround yourself with and making a choice as to whether or not those are the types of people you want to surround yourself with. And just kind of looking at what their values are and how they line up with yours, and whether or not you want yours to be in line with theirs. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're making bad judgments. You can be making great judgments about this time. You're just reflecting on it. You're also reflecting on your own ego. And I think what I picked up from this when I first looked at it is, for those of you who maybe have been overly concerned about what other people think, or what other people might do, or what other people might expect of you, and you put a lot of importance on that in the past, that's something that you're looking at, that you're trying to decide whether or not you want to continue to allow that to be something that you value or not. Are you going to care what other people think, or are you going to stay true to who you are and what you think is right, regardless of what anybody else thinks? For some of you, this makes you feel like you're going to have to make a choice. It could be between friends, it could be social circles that you travel in, it could be, I don't know why, for some reason I'm picking up on churches, that you might be making a choice to attend a different type of church than you have in the past, and that you might be worried about what other people are going to think about that. I don't know where that came from. And also, there's also a feeling here that your ego, your pride, your concern about what other people might think or other social groups might think, that staying too worried about that or making your choices based on that has kept you from a true purpose that you have. That could be a job, a career, it could be a relationship, love, family, friends, whatever it is, that you might have been so concerned about what other people think that you haven't headed in the direction that your soul told you that you needed to be going. That's starting to fade for you. I think it's been something that you've really worked a lot on, that you've thought about for a while. And if you've already started to make changes, about those concerns, then you may have expected for whatever the blessings are that you think are associated with them to just come in just right away, and they haven't. And so there's also a message about the need to be patient, that things that even when you change, when you grow, when you transform, that things don't just automatically start being ideal for you, that there's still a need for patience there. It also looks as though there is a relationship that you are making a decision about, one that you're concerned about. Take this as it resonates for you. The concern could be, oh my gosh, I want to ask that girl out. I'm concerned if I don't that somebody's going to come in and swoop her up. Or the decision could be, do I want to get divorced? Is that what I want to do right now? Or the concern about the relationship could also be changing jobs. Do you want to change jobs? Do you want to go work for somebody different? Do you want to change what you do? Whatever it is, it looks like whatever this change is something that's very central to your life and something that is going to be a gift to you. And you're holding back and you don't. And you're scared to move forward on it. So as I was just kind of sitting here just shuffling mindless while I'm getting the cards ready for the reading, the Four of Pentacles wanted to jump out. And so the Four of Pentacles talks about someone that you're afraid to let go of what you already have because you don't know what this new thing, what this change, yeah, that's exactly what he's talking about. It's a message, it's talking about not wanting to let go of what you already know, what you already have, and going towards something new because you don't know if that's going to be better or worse than what you already have. And so you're fearful about stepping forward into the new. I suspect that wherever you are, though, if it's a relationship, a job, whatever the situation is, that you're not happy there because something sparked this need for a change of perspective. And here we are. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into your reading, Gemini. Oh, look at that. Aquarius star. Let's give it a few more shuffles. Ooh, Gemini. Are you not sleeping well? He's not sleeping well. All right, can you please tell me the situation for this reading? What is the situation for Gemini that we'll be discussing in this reading, please? What is the situation for Gemini? One of the best ways that you can let go of the old and know that you'll be okay regardless is to let go of what's old and be happy on your own before you step into something new. I know that's not always something that you can do easily with a job, you know, because we have to have a job. But, you know, if this is concerning a relationship, you know, maybe really moving out of one and spending time by yourself for a little while to have that reflection without any other energies influencing it. And realizing too that you don't need anybody to be happy. You can be happy by yourself. And once you realize that, then you can make a choice to bring somebody in to share that happiness with you. Hopefully someone that's just as independent and happy on their own as you are. So what is the situation for Gemini? We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow-moving energy. He's one that, when he's upright, he's slow-moving. He's examining. Like when you look at the other Knights, and just real quick, there's a description below that will talk about how I read. We read energy, not sexes. So this Knight can be a male, female, and if you look below, you'll be able to read a little bit more about that so you understand. It's just a brief description in the description box beneath the reading. When he's upright, this is someone that, I mean, sometimes he can be a jerk. If there's anything else to come out with the Knight of Pentacles, please. Sometimes he can be, you know, a jerk, someone that's just not moving, not taking any action in the situation. But he, more often than not, I think is somebody that's in an energy of examining something, watching something, collecting data about something, watching to see if something is consistent. Knight of Pentacles is earth energy, so he likes stability, he likes consistency. He wants to see if what he's looking at, what he's seeing, what's being presented to him is real. And so he's going to be like, okay, you know, when he's told, okay, and then he's going to watch. Like, that's nice that you told me that. I think I'll watch and pay attention for myself. Him being in reverse, to me, I mean, it can mean different things at different times to different readers, but to me, it's telling me, and I'm waiting to see if anything else is going to come out with him. I don't feel like it's going to happen at this point, but to me, the Knight of Pentacles coming out in reverse as the situation is whoever this person is, and it can be you, Gemini, or it could be someone that you're dealing with. And I read as though it's a love reading, but it can be a friendship, a family member, it can be a boss, a coworker, it can be your job, whatever it is. So just figure out who you are in the story and go from there. This Knight of Pentacles being in reverse for the situation is telling me that whoever has been watching to see what the situation really is, collecting data, paying attention, watching for consistency, has collected all the information that they need to, that they're ready to make a decision, is what I'm getting here. So what is the past environment? In the past, I'm picking up that this Knight of Pentacles moved away from a love relationship and they want to come back. Whoever the person is that they were in love with might have been very nurturing, very charismatic, very sweet, and now things are very quiet, and it's left this Knight out of sorts. He's been thinking about the situation for a long time. He or she has been thinking about the situation for a long time about whether or not the best move would be to go back and make some sort of offer. It doesn't even necessarily need to be an offer of love. It could just be an apology, you know, making something right. It could be an offer of love. It could be the job offer. It could be, you know, all kinds of things. Yeah. What is the environment currently, please? Messages about the current environment, please. While he was feeling out of sorts previously, he's feeling more himself now. Well, this might have been a great weight on his or her shoulders for a long time. But there's been healing or understanding or clarity that's been brought into play here. He's missing somebody. He's ready to take action. He's ready to move. And he's going to do it differently. He or she, the approach that they're going to take is going to be different than it has been in the past. And what's funny about that right now is that Mars is currently in retrograde in Aries. And anytime you have retrogrades like that, there's always lessons that are attached with it. And right now, the lesson that's attached with Mars being retrograde in Aries is recognizing the need to do things differently. That when we keep trying to do the same thing over and over again and it doesn't work for us, that we need to get out of our ego and try it a different way. To recognize that what we've been doing isn't working and that we need to do something differently. So that's kind of cool that message just came out. What is the obstacle for this night, please? Tell me about the obstacle for the Knight of Pentacles, please. What is the obstacle? So the obstacle is a lot of air energy. We have Aquarius strongly here with the Star card, and the Four of Cups is Cancer energy, and then King of Swords can be any air energy, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but he's definitely associated with Aquarius. The Star card is a wish come true. It has to do with healing. The Star card has to do with healing. It has to do with emotion. It has to do with love. It has to do with all of that. But whenever I think of the Star card, I just automatically think, I don't know why, but I hear that song, "A dream is a wish your heart makes," when I think of the Star card and that Aquarius energy. And then in the middle, we have this Cancer energy that's just kind of left this night feeling bad. It might have this King feeling bad too, actually. But this is it can be a lot of different emotions. Right now, what I'm picking up is regret. I think both this Knight and this King are feeling regret, feeling as though something has been lost that they won't ever be able to get back. But what's funny about the Four of Cups is if you look right here on the card, we've got literally the hand of God coming out with the Ace of Cups. But this dude's too busy looking at what he's lost down here, looking at these 3 cups that are empty now, and, you know, too worried about what he no longer has instead of the Ace of Cups being offered to him literally by God. So, and then we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords he's the military man. He's law enforcement. He's that kind of energy, very black and white at times. Doesn't see a lot of gray, which doesn't always, at times it works for the Knight of Swords, but other times, especially when we get into our emotions, it's important to see the shades of gray. And someone in this situation, I don't know if it's the Knight or the King or both, aren't doing that. They're not, they're seeing things very black and white instead of the possibilities that the color gray has for them. Strong Aquarius energy here, Taurus energy too. How will Gemini overcome? How will Gemini overcome this obstacle, please? Gemini, I think that you've been working a lot on yourself. Giving yourself credit for what you do well, maybe taking responsibility for the mistakes that you've made. Not only taking responsibility for them, but forgiving yourself for them. Something we all need to do. It also looks like if there was something that you were overindulging in, that maybe you've been working on not doing that so much, maybe being less self-critical of yourself, focusing more on yourself instead of elements or people that are outside of yourself when you're trying to figure out what the issue is. All right, what is the energy that Gemini will use to overcome this obstacle? And the obstacle, we didn't really define that, what the obstacle is. I think Gemini is missing an Aquarius, or someone that the obstacle is missing this king, wishing for and missing this king. So even though we have a Knight and a King out in the, this King of Swords can be a female, this Knight of Pentacles can be a female. It might be a same-sex relationship, I don't know. But this Knight of Pentacles, this earth energy, this kind of grounded, focused, slow-moving, a little bit stalkerish energy is missing this King of Swords. I don't think this King of Swords was all that nice. Not that they're a bad person, but I think when it ended, it didn't end nicely. Or it ended, gosh, what's the word I want to use? Like there was no emotion to the ending. Like it was just done and that was it, and there was no emotion attached to it at all. So I don't know why that's just an observation that I'm making, but we just had come out for the energy to overcome the obstacle with. We have Two of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups when it's upright is love. It's the Lover's energy. It's Cancer energy. It's Gemini energy. It can also be a toxic relationship. But I want to wait and see what comes out with it before we get too much more into what it's actually meaning. All right, okay. So we just had the Queen of Wands and the Chariot come out along with the two, and they're both in reverse, as well as the Two of Cups. So my immediate thing that I'm picking up on here is that perhaps this Knight of Pentacles, who I'm now thinking is probably a feminine energy, was unaware that there was a Queen of Wands involved in the situation, and it was a love relationship. This Knight of Swords, this King of Swords may have been in a relationship with this this Queen of Wands. It also could be that this Knight of Pentacles was in the relationship with the, yeah, that's more what it is. This Knight of Pentacles, this is actually, okay, I'm thinking that this Knight of Pentacles is more the masculine energy, and that masculine energy is missing this air energy. So this can be, like I said, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is star card is definitely Aquarius energy, and that the Four Cups is Cancer energy. So what I'm picking up now is that the Knight of Pentacles is the masculine energy. This King of Swords, if it's not a same-sex relationship, then this King of Swords is the feminine energy, and this Knight is missing. Is missing this person. And so the action that they're going to take, it looks like they're going to end a relationship with a Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands in reverse is, well, when she's upright, she's very beautiful. She's very charming. She's very flirtatious. She loves to flirt. With the Two of Cups in reverse, that's an end to love. With this Queen of Wands, who's also in reverse. The Queen of Wands being in reverse is probably someone who has been unfaithful in some way, disloyal in some way. And then having the Chariot in reverse is just, it's coming to a screeching halt, that's just over. That path is no longer the one that this Knight wants to be on. So it may be that if this Knight was in a relationship, and during that time he was still missing this other person, that he's bringing an end to this relationship here. So again, kind of get in wherever you are. You know, if you're this Knight that was in a relationship with somebody else while you're missing another person. If you're the person that's being missed. If you're this Queen of Wands, that this Queen of Wands, I think, is aware that this Knight was missing the other person too. Maybe. No, definitely. Yeah, I'm hearing definitely. This Queen of Wands is definitely aware that, yeah, she's definitely aware that this Knight was missing someone from their past. That may be why she was disloyal. And what is the potential outcome for the situation, please? What's the potential outcome? Yeah, at one point I think that this Knight really was trying to forget about this person from their past. And I think when he met this person, he or she, whoever this Knight is, when they met this person that they've missed, they really thought, oh my gosh, this is a dream come true. This is my wish. This is what I've been wishing for. And really thought that there was going to be a future there, and then for whatever reason it came to an abrupt halt. Just, it feels like just a screeching halt. And then this Queen of Wands, it may have been a third party situation where they were dealing with somebody else all along and then just all of a sudden chose a different direction. And it seems like this different direction, can I please get a potential outcome for the situation? Went a different direction, potentially with this Queen of Wands, but was still missing this person from the past. Queen of Wands, I think she's probably intuitive as well. That even if it wasn't ever discussed, that she probably felt it. And if it was discussed and this knight denied it, that the queen knew that he wasn't being truthful, he or she. I do think that when this knight involved himself with this queen, though, that he definitely had very strong feelings and thought that this was the direction he was supposed to go, that she was, in fact, the one for him. So it was, I think he was very torn about which direction to go, and it looks like he made the wrong choice. So the potential outcome is for, we have Eight of Wands and Nine of Cups, which is communication that makes this knight very happy. And it's communication that's coming quickly. Eight of Wands is very fast movement. It's happening now. It's coming. It's not somewhere down the line. Like, this is going to happen relatively quickly. Nine of Cups is just happiness, wish fulfillment. This guy's very satisfied. So whatever this communication is going to be happening, he feels good about it. If he'd been feeling insecure about how it was going to go, yeah, when he was concerned, if he was feeling concerned about how the communication was going to go, it goes the way that he wanted it to, is what I'm seeing. So, ooh, awkward. Can we get advice, please, here for Gemini? What is the advice for Gemini? Yeah, Gemini, if you're contemplating communicating with someone, it's going to go well when you do. And, you know, if you're not the one that has any intention of, you know, if you were one that was left behind or not picked or, you know, whatever it is, I wouldn't blame you for not having any intention to communicate. But I think that that communication is coming in if you're that other person. I'm actually having compassion towards this Queen of Wands right now. She seems sad. I think she, well, she's made mistakes too, but I don't think that she's a bad person. She just wasn't the person that this night is supposed to be with. I think she has her own destiny after a period of healing. Ooh, reverse. Take it slow. Take it slow with this new beginning. Don't rush. Yeah, don't rush. Don't rush this new beginning. As Geminis, we tend to want what we want when we want it. We're very fast energy. We're very charming. We generally can get what we want when we want it. We're all pretty cute. You know this. I know I have a tendency to move quick into situations that I probably need to go slowly into. I'm guessing that a lot of us probably do. So if there is going to be a new beginning to be had here, move slowly into it. There's no need to rush. What's meant for you will always be yours. You can't mess it up. So don't mess it up by going too fast. So this is an interesting reading. I'm going to clarify on this reading in the extended. There's a link below that will take you to Vimeo where you can purchase the extended reading if you'd like more details on this, or to see how this is going to play out for those of you that this resonates with. You can join me there, and if not, I appreciate you listening to your reading with me today, Gemini. It has been a pleasure. Thank you.